Stan Gibilisco here. Someone recently requested a tour of the Nerd Cave. I'm going to try and provide that here. The date is 26 June, 25 or 26 June. 25 June 2018, something like that. Well, it's around midnight, so one day or the other. Some of the older videos that I had were not only blurry, but they were out of date. So please forgive the hand tremor. I've got some medical issues evolving as I age. But this is my ham shack as you walk in. And right here, this really isn't part of the ham radio. This is a computer that I use for writing, and I've just got some stuff on the screens so it doesn't look too boring. That's the computer right there. It's what I call the Crash Master 8.1, Windows 8.1. Offline. I don't have it connected to the internet because the instant I connect it to the internet, it'll try to update itself to Windows 10, and I don't want Windows 10 to wreck my Crash Master 8.1. This is where I do all my, this is where I write all my books and stuff. Some basic tools, components, stuff like that. Probably a little dark for you to look at. This is the ham radio station itself, and again, just I got some stuff on the computer screens for decoration. I can use these computer screens for logging. I like to look at the weather. This is a National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. I guess it is now. They keep changing it. But the weather keeps changing too, so why not? We got a low pressure system somewhat to the east of us. A lot of low pressure systems all over the United States. I guess that's why the weather today was so beautiful and sunny, and it's going to be so beautiful and sunny again tomorrow. That is my transceiver, the ICOM IC746 Pro. That is my SWR meter that measures the SWR on the actual antenna. The radio has a built-in transmatch, and it will display the SWR as corrected by the transmatch. The antenna intended for 20 meters, so the SWR, the actual SWR on that band is about 1.2 or 1.3, or it was for field day. On some of the other bands can range upwards of 7 to 1, but I can match them all down through 14 megahertz and even 10 megahertz in some cases with that radio. That's an audio amplifier that I use with some speakers that are all around the room. They're off now. The antenna is disconnected. I'm not on the air. It's late at night. It's way past my bedtime. Yeah, look at this. 5 after 12 midnight. 26 June 2018. And that over there is a Nexstar 8 telescope that I use occasionally for, well, looking at the heavens. I hope someday to photograph wildlife with it. I did not look at the solar eclipse with it, even though I have a sun filter that can go over the front. Why look at the solar eclipse through a telescope? I mean, it's just going to look like it was about 95% coverage at peak. About a year ago we had that eclipse. And it just looked like an upside down smile, no matter what size you look. So there really wasn't much point in looking at it. That's the temperature in here. It's over 80 degrees down here. Some QST books and bookshelves. Some firewood in case we have a power failure in the wintertime and I can't run the furnace with the generator. So I have to rely on the wood stove. And that wood stove, kind of a black object there. Well, anyway, it'll heat the whole house pretty well, even when there's no other source of power. But I do have a generator that'll run this Nerd Cave completely, all the lighting and all of the computers and everything like that. I made my few field day contacts with that generator. But the heart of my station is my Vibroplex Vibrokeyer paddle, single lever paddle, with which I send CW. And of course, the speakers and receiver that I receive it with. So hopefully this is a little clearer than the other videos were. And more. That's my Noid cave, not really very sophisticated or elaborate. It's just a CW hound's way to get on the air and make a few contacts now and then. Stan Gibalisco, W1GV, Whiskey 1, good vibrations, saying 73 and so long, which on this device always seems to come out as da-da-da-da-da-da.